ringside and son of a gun. We're looking forward to today's program. Got a great group here today, and we're going to have an opportunity to see some outstanding matches, I hope. David.
Oh, we got a six-man tag team match that won't quit coming up for the main event a bit later on today. Before we get to that, though, the Nasty Boys, Brian Knobs and Jerry Sag will be here. Jeff Jarrett, Billy Travis. Also, we'll be looking at Rocky Johnson, and Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka will also be on the card today.
My golly, that's enough, I would say, right then and there. We're going to have to get it underway right now to get it all in. So we're going to take time out. We're going to be off and running on a great championship wrestling program in just a moment. Listen than fight sometime, and rather than say we're going to get in the ring, George Barnes said he had something to say, so I'm going to stand by and listen.
Russell,
yeah.
Do you want to know what the worst possible thing that an Australian can do?
Well, I'm sure you're going to tell me anyhow, George. Go ahead.
The worst possible thing that an Australian can do is to imitate a Yank. I mean, we have those dudes in Australia that walk around with the Levi jeans and the cowboy boots and the cowboy hat, and they sashay around York Street in Sydney, and you know, people just treat them with utter contempt. And that's how I have become contemptible towards Dundee, because he is nothing more than an imitation Yank. And there is one thing in the world Australians hate, is somebody that imitates an American. Why would anybody in the world want to imitate an American? Now, can you answer me that, Russell?
I'm not even going to try, George. If that's your attitude about it, that's your attitude about it. Now, you're knocking Bill Dundee. Bill is living his lifestyle, and here you're putting him down for it.
I mean, who does the guy think he is? Does he think he's Elvis Presley? I mean, Elvis Presley's dead. I mean, look at Elvis Presley. Is he anybody to hold up and say, God, style yourself after this man? I mean, he died, and we all know how he died, don't we?
Okay.
Just George. Another American that wandered off into the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you this, Russell. There are two names in my mind that are like gods to me, and they won't mean anything to you, but to me they are gods. And their names are Hal Morgan and Jim Deacon. Now, you won't know these men.
Right, I don't know.
You don't. But they were my coaches when I was in Australia. When I was just a itty-bitty boy and I was growing up, they were my coaches. Now, Jim Deacon and Hal Morgan, they took me aside one day and they said, George, Billy's trying to catch up to you, but he will never ever do it. They said, because you just happen to be the best wrestler that we have ever seen in our entire lives. Now, I'm talking about wrestling. I'm not talking about punching, kicking, eye gouging. I mean, I'm talking about the skill of wrestling, to be able to take somebody down and to put a hold on them and to be able to sit out and come around and come up with holds and counter holds. And this is my speciality. There isn't one person, one wrestler in the whole of the United States of America that I could not out-wrestle.
You're taking in an awful lot of people in there, George Barnes.
I'm taking in an awful lot of people. I haven't seen one Yank on his best day that could beat an Australian. And I'm talking about an imitation Yank that thinks he can beat a real Australian. Well, let me tell you something, baby. You might like to wander around with your Elvis Presley gear on and your sequins, but Jim Deacon and Hal Morgan would be spinning in their graves if they could see what you're doing now, baby. I'm telling you. They would be spinning in their graves. And I tell you what, Lance, I will tell you this. I will appease Hal Morgan and Jim Deacon for what this imitation Yank has done.
Okay, George, I think we've heard enough. We got wrestling matches coming up here. We got action coming along with Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond will be out here before long. We also have a brand new video that you're going to be interested in with Billy Brick. Not now. We got matches coming up.
Get some TV time right now.
I'd like to get a match going in the ring right now.
Everything else, I got something very important that's going to rock your socks and everybody out there checking out the TV screen right now. You know what, Lance? See, I've been doing some thinking. I told all these people out here, it's no secret, I'm well educated, you understand? I can come out here and look as fine as I want to look, you understand?
I hear you.
So let me tell you something. I've been wondering why Jeff Jarrett, Bill Dundee, Rocky the Oreo Johnson, Jerry Lawler, all of these guys are up here And all the talent, the class act, is down here. And I'm sick and tired of it. So you know what? I figured it out. It's because those guys are organized. Well, let me tell you something right now. You better listen up and listen good, people, because what you're about to see is something that is not a figment of your imagination. It's live and in living color. From here on out, we're going to be organized, starting today. I'm telling you right now, don't refer to me no more as Brickhouse. From here on out, I'm the prince of the commission.
Prince of the commission.
That's right. That's right. I am the prince, and you're going to be hearing a lot from the commission, baby. Let me tell you something right now. Yeah?
I hear what you're saying in there. I'm not sure.
Hey, what's the story? I thought you guys was by prime time. I thought yours was with me. What's what?
Hey, we're part of the commission. We're talking to slime like you, so just beat it.
Okay, as I was saying before, you're going to hear a lot of things about the commission, you understand? We're going to get things done. That's right. Organization is what it's all about.
Wait a minute, I thought this was my tag team. What are you doing out here with these guys? I don't understand. This is prime time. They're with me.
Apparently something's happened you don't know about
wait,
downtown.
just a minute, downtown. Wait just a minute. You understand, homeboy? Hold it down for a minute. Now listen. I have plans for you. You understand?
What?
I have plans for you. If you want a position, I've got a good plan for you. You can be with me and the commission, or you can be against me or on your own. And you know what happened if you're against me? You're going to be through dealing. Let me tell you something right now. You with the commission or not?
I guess so. Well, I thought these guys thought you guys was with me. What?
Bruno, you're stuttering. I never heard you stutter before.
I'm telling you, I'm only going to make this offer once. Take it right now, brother. You can have it all. Or you can have nothing.
Okay, I hate what.
Oh, he's not one to argue very much. No, no.
Well,
Wait a minute. Pat, go get the loyalty test, brother.
the what?
The loyalty test. You think I'm going to incorporate somebody in the commission without proving they're loyal to me, the prince?
There may be more to this, Bruno, than you
so
originally.
foolish is it ought to have somebody pass a loyalty test? Let me tell you something, Lance. You come out here, you question my intelligence every week, and I'm about sick and tired of you.
Your
Yes, you do. You question my intelligence every week, and I'm sick and tired of you. I'm going to put you in your place, and if you don't act right, I will find somebody to do the color commentary here, because you've been biased and prejudiced, and you don't call it the way you see it, so you better watch your act, brother, because like I said before, we're organized.
That's right.
You know what this is?
It's a shoeshine box.
You know how to use it?
I guess.
Let's see how you use it.
Oh, you're looking for a shoeshine. Well, it looks to me like, Bruno, the situation is pretty clear. Either you're out with no wrestlers to manage, or you're going to have to shine the prince's shoes right here. A little advice over here. Don't do it, Bruno.
I guess it's like Mama says, it bees that way sometimes.
Well, there's a living proof of I'd rather switch than fight. Downtown Bruno going to work. I don't know how much experience you've had there. Now he's doing a little better on it.
Don't feel bad, my man. There's two types of people in this world. You got the ham and eggers, and you got people like me, the steak and potatoes. Let me tell you something, Bruno. You made the right decision, brother. Because if anybody opposed the opposition with the commission, if anybody feel like they want to try to do anything to stop the organization right now, let me tell you something, you're in for a rude awakening, because there's nothing nobody can do. There's nothing nobody can do to stop us. Let me tell you something right now. These people right here, these two men, are going all the way to the top. There's no more penny in it anymore. There's no more penny pushing. Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond, brother, you made the best decision of your life, because let me tell you something right now. I will rule professional wrestling. This is it. This is my world. Everybody else just lives in it. Let me tell you something right now. The prince is definitely what's happening. And like I told you before, Bruno, That's all right. You passed the test.
He passed the test. All right, Bruno. I know that's got to be a major thrill for you in your life. You finally got into the commission right here after shining the shoes. Well, I don't see any belts around any of the commission members.
Let me tell you something right now. Funny you should bring that up. You know why? Is it true that I heard Eddie Marlin has an open contract with every wrestler here in the Mid-Southern area? Can you stand here and tell me that's not true?
It's no secret, yeah, he's got open contract.
Well, let me tell you something. That's nothing but manipulation, you understand? From here on out, there are no more open contracts, you understand? Anybody want to deal with my wrestlers, they have to come and talk to the prince. And if I see fit for them to do it, they will. And if I don't, there ain't nothing Eddie Marlin can do. There ain't nothing Jerry Lawler can do. There ain't nothing nobody can do but live with it. Because I'm going to tell you something right there. This is reality, and this is life. And I'm going to tell you, I am what's happening. The commission will reign supreme, baby.
Okay, well, we heard your important announcement, and you're in the commission. I guess you're in the commission, too. Well, Downtown Bruno got initiated today. Well, I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more from the commission as time goes. Oh, thanks a lot, Don. I'll take care of my own business for it. Right now, we're going to take time. I will be back, I promise you, in the ring here in just a moment. Supertour 87 comes to the Coliseum in Evansville Wednesday night. That's right, the opportunity for the first time to see the great Supertour stars right there in Evansville. You'll be seeing the AWA World Heavyweight Champion. The heavyweight champion of the world from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, 247 pounds. He is Kurt Hennig. Suplex breaks my headache. It's all over. Kurt Hennig defends against the King, Jerry Lawler. Supertour 87 will have the World Tag Champions Sold-Out Ustinov and Boris Zukov going against Chief Wahoo McDaniels and DJ Peterson. The AWA Southern Tag titles will be at stake when Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis defend against the team of Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond.
Supertour 87, that's what it took. You boys finally mustered up enough guts to face Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond. Bad company. Well, boys, the time has come. We're going to take you apart piece by piece. And people, you're looking at the new AWA Southern Heavyweight Champions.
You'll be seeing the Australian Shootout with Bill Superstar Dundee and George Barnes. You'll be seeing Mitch Snow and Kevin Kelly, many, many other stars, all coming to you on the Supertour 87, Evansville Coliseum. Ticket prices $5, $7, and $10. Well, it looks like we saw the birth of a new rebellious outfit today, David. We've seen a few from time. This is the commission. I want you to bear that in mind. And we talked to the prince of the commission. Well, we're going to be talking right now to the superstar, Billy Dundee, coming out here. And I don't think we'll be seeing the prince handling any of his business at all. Bill, my boy, good to have you out here. We obviously, you know that we talked to your fellow Australian a little bit ago.
I'm telling, all I can tell you is, brother, I'm just glad I was born uptown and not downtown. You groveling little swine, you do anything to stay in the wrestling business downtown. If I wouldn't clean nobody's boots to do nothing, Jack. But that's another story. And George, my boy, you said it, Daddy. You said it. Technically, we probably are the two best wrestlers around here, because that's what we done. We went down there and we would start go-behinds, takedowns, in and out, switch in, switch out. You're right. We probably are two of the best technical wrestlers in the world today. But nobody seems to want to wrestle today. They just want to kick and punch. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do, boy. When we climb in the ring one-on-one, because I've wondered about this for a long time, who was the best. Now, okay, Jim Deacon and Hal Morgan don't mean nothing to Lance Russell. You're right. But they were also my coach, too. You and me walked across that lawn together in Sydney, Jack. We walked the whole way downtown Balmain, and we got into that gym, and they stretched us, and they rubbed their face in the mat, and that's right. And sometimes we said to one another, we ain't going back. But we did, because that's what Aussies are all about. Heart, guts. That's right. Paul Hogan sometimes gives the wrong idea of Australia. That's right. I'm not knocking that, Daddy. I'm still Australian. But I want you to remember this, George. I'm Australian by birth and American by choice. Now. Thank you. Even Lance can't claim that. He can just say he's American. I'm American because I want to be here. I went downtown, got a green card, and that means I can stay here. That's right. I'm American. And if you want to call me a stinking Yank, that's what I am, Daddy. I'm American by choice and awful proud of it. And when we step in the ring, we're going to wrestle. And your temper's going to get the better of you because you're a bad-tempered, loud-mouthed, braggadocious lout. And I've always worried about it, George, who was the best. And I'm sure everybody out there has wondered about it. When he grew up with his brother, his big brother used to beat him up. The little brother used to wonder, I wonder if I could really take him one-on-one. Well, brother, we got the prime situation because it's just George Barnes. And it's Bill Dundee. And everything Jim Deacon taught you and Hal Morgan taught you, he also taught me. Now, we're going to wrestle, Lancer. There ain't going to be no kicking. There ain't going to be no punching, and somebody's going to get pinned. 1, 2, 3, because that's what wrestling's all about, George. And I'm just telling you before, brother, I take my hat off to you because you're one fine athlete. But I've wondered for this for all my life. When we used to walk around them bars and get into fights, I used to wonder. I wonder if he's really as tough as he tells everybody is. Oh, yeah, and you could beat them marks up real good, Jack. That wasn't real hard. You could beat them up real good. Because they didn't know nothing about wrestling. But this little Yank does. He knows an awful lot about wrestling. So come this week, Daddy, when we step in that ring, I'm taking you down, sport, and I'm pinning your shoulders to the ground. 1, 2, 3, then I'm going to stand and sing Stars and Stripes, boy.
Bill Dundee.
I'm a Yank, Lance Russell, by choice. Live here in America, and don't ever forget it, sport.
The superstar, and I think he made that pretty clear the way he felt about it. That'd be kind of an interesting situation because this Barnes does have a vile temper.
Oh,
boy,
yes, indeed.
I'm telling you. Ooh. Okay, Davey, we're ready for action in the ring.
At the freezer up there, William Thompson, his partner, Ed Mattox, in the ring with him right now. Their opposition coming in. These guys were members of the newly formed commission. The Prince of the Commission formed this, and Pat Tanaka, Paul Diamond scheduled to go here, although we haven't seen any sign of them just yet.
You're going to have to learn to report to work on time.
Yeah.
I'll tell you for a fact that the commission is so organized. Here they come right now. A whole bunch of them.
Yeah, the Prince, also known as Brickhouse Brown, with him there in the huddle. Bruno, who was out here shining shoes a moment ago, also in the corner. They have a little huddle, and up to the ring apron go Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka. We are set to go with a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Referee Jerry Calhoun. As soon as we get the warm-up jackets off and these guys step through the ring, we'll be underway.
You got it. Bell time, and we are off and running with the big freezer starting out here against Paul Diamond.
Let me tell you something, Lance. I know it's a pleasure for me to be out here because I'm going to tell you something. This is the greatest wrestling talent anywhere, and you're looking at two of the greatest tag team that I ever seen before in my life, Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond. No more prime time. Devastation Incorporated, baby. Look at how vicious he is. I love it.
I'd like to see a little bit more wrestling out of him than gouging and digging and pounding with the right hand.
Brother, we don't get paid by the hour. You know what I'm saying? We do not get paid by the hour. We get paid to get a job done, and that's win.
Pat Tanaka with William Thompson making the tag, and Ed Mattox steps in there with Tanaka. Boom! There's that vicious kick from Tanaka.
That's why I'm so proud of this guy. I mean, his feet, his hands, everything on the man's body is a lethal weapon.
Big clothesline, and Ed Mattox hits it flat on his back as Tanaka won. Whoop, lets him up. Doesn't get pinned.
I thought they didn't get paid by the hour there. I wonder why I didn't pin him.
Big chop. Tanaka heads over towards Diamond, wheels him around out of the ring, and on the floor, Paul Diamond now comes over with Mattox. Picks him up in the air. Big slam as Ed is pounded down on a very hard studio floor. Big chop coming from Paul Diamond, and boy, oh boy, you could hear that son of a gun rattling for miles. Tanaka in the ring, Ed Mattox down out on the floor. Diamond grabs him, fires him back under the bottom rope. And there's the tag as the bigger Canadian steps in with a...
Things so dangerous in your life, Lance. What must be going through all the tag team minds right now as they look at Devastation Incorporated? Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka. What's going through Billy Travis' mind right now as he sits wondering what can he do? The devastating machine. If you want to wrestle with Billy, Lance, you just seen a good wrestling move right there. See, I told you he was biased because of it.
I didn't say they couldn't wrestle. It's a question of when they use it. And as they come up with that double teaming move where Tanaka takes that side saddle DDT, gets a 1, 2, 3, and the winners are Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka. William Thompson fired right over that top rope. It's over with, but the action goes on.
Trying to throw everybody out of the ring here. A little demonstration. Yeah, look at Brickhouse down here. Little insult. The win goes to Diamond and Tanaka. 2:34 the time on it.
2 minutes, 34 seconds, the win to Diamond and Tanaka over the team of William Thompson and Ed Mattox. George Barnes back in our presence again. Yes, George, I thought we heard from you a little earlier.
Well, Russell, I've just heard Elvis Presley's clone out here going on about this match, about how I'm going to lose my temper. Well, let me tell you something, Russell. The first thing that was taught to me was keep your cool, George. It was keep your cool. Eddie Marlin informs me that this match is going to be the first person that starts punching and kicking will lose this match. Well, let me tell you something, Elvis Presley Jr. This little boy doesn't lose his temper. I've learned to keep my cool since I was 13 years of age. I don't lose my temper. I don't yell. I don't scream. I just go inside myself and I say, God, think about what you're doing. But when I get out of that filthy, stinking little creep, I'm going to break his arm, I'm going to break his neck, but not once will I kick him, and not once will I punch him, Russell. But I'll promise you this, he is going to be humiliated for the dirty, filthy, stinking little American that he is.
He's not going to lose his temper. Rooster.
The Soulman, Rocky Johnson.
Rock having a little visit with some of the folks that are gathered by here. As the Soulman looks like he's pumped up and ready to go today.
Looking good. He continues to slim down.
Yeah.
Where he weighed over 300 pounds. Oh.
He wants to do that fast step. Look on, Rock. You looking good today, partner.
It's got to come on. Come on, get up here.
No. Soulman hopping up in the ring. We're ready for the introduction, Dave. Well, we don't have time.
Rooster Cogburn has been watching all that jump rock as he started through the ropes. Rooster gets both feet in the face there. Good drop kick. Another one by Rocky Johnson at a cover. 1, 2. This is over.
So much for that match.
Oh. Music's still going for the Soulman. 14 seconds of time in the match to win. To Rocky Johnson.
Boy, did you see him go up on those drop kicks, Dave?
Yes.
Man, I'll tell you, you can tell he is in fine fettle and great shape. Ready to do it to it. Rocky Johnson, an easy winner over Rooster Cogburn, who really started it all. We'll take time out. Be back in a moment. Coming up in just just a second. Hey, listen, here's the town. Thursday, August the 13th, Vincennes, Indiana, Reveille High School. Again, that's Thursday, August the 13th, Vincennes, Indiana. And now, Supertour 87 comes to the Coliseum at Evansville. What a night of action. For the first time, you'll be seeing the AWA's World Heavyweight Champion, Kurt Hennig, as he'll be going against the King, Jerry Lawler, in the defense of the world title. In addition to that, you will be seeing the World Tag Title Champions, Sold-Out Ustinov and Boris Zukov, going against the legendary Chief Wahoo McDaniels and his partner DJ Peterson. Also, the AWA Southern titles will be at stake when Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond get a shot at Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis. You'll be seeing great matches all night long. Super Tour 87 championship prices.
Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis.
Boy, look at those outfits that they got on. Are they sharp? Woo. Beautiful new jackets and attire for Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis, Southern Tag Team Champions. Jeff and Billy are over now in a section where we are delighted to have as our guest today about 50 representatives of the Squared Circle Fan Club from Philadelphia. Hey, Jeff. Boy, beautiful jacket. We were just talking about it. Billy, you're looking sharp today, partner. Okay, we're ready for some action. Let's get to it.
Let's do it. This is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total of 478 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Roberson, and from Arkansas, Buddy James. And against him at a total of 438 from Lexington, Kentucky, Billy Travis. And from Hendersonville, Tennessee, Jeff Jarrett. This is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Jerry Calhoun, the referee. By the way, this is a non-title match.
Starting out, Keith Robertson going against Billy Travis. And look at Travis. Now, brother, this Robertson is a big son of a gun, and he crotched him, scooped him up in the air, and bounced him off that mat.
Robertson weighs in, Robertson rather, weighs in at 243, so that gives you some idea. Just imagine picking up almost 250 pounds. Look at that. Straight up in the air and right out of the mat. Jeff Jarrett with a cover on Keith. Got a one count, that's all. Keith Robertson held near the corner. Billy Travis, after the tag, drops down, upper arm across the shoulder blade. Whoa.
It wasn't prepared for that at all. It looked like Billy was going another direction, and the son of County took that arm lock and rolled him right over and down. It drops down on the arm, and Travis.
Oh, open-handed slap. Robertson answers with a doubled-up fist. There's a tag by Billy. Jeff Jarrett. Billy Travis. Both of them put him into the ropes. Billy steps out. Jeff Jarrett stays in. So they're tagging quickly. Mark of a good tag team. Said it many, many times over the years, but whoa. Did Billy...
Did he steam?
About ringing bells. Keith Robertson. A big forearm hammers Billy across the back.
We haven't seen Buddy James in the ring as yet. There's the tag. Must be hearing me. He missed.
Billy rolled out of the way. Oh, Buddy James didn't learn the first time. He went back once more. Billy did the same thing. Comes up with a good right hand.
Look at this.
Billy Travis. Little spring off the rope. He drops down with the upper arm.
Billy using the hair to pick him up, and the referee gets on him right away. Jeff with a big drop kick. Count of 1, 2, how about 3?
2 minutes, 16 seconds. The winners, Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis.
Okay, a good victory for the Southern Tag Champs and a non-title bout as they showed their versatility, the activity, and they come up the winners. We're going to take time out. We'll be back as we'll be looking at action with the Nasty Boys in just a moment. Boys coming back into the area.
Yeah, we got a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match scheduled here. Introducing total of 440 pounds out of Memphis, Tennessee, David Johnson and his partner out of Arkansas, William the Freezer Thompson. And going against him at a total of 568 out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, Brian Knobs and Jerry Sag, the Nasty Boys. One-fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee, Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, David, I just wanted to say that Randy Bryant was originally scheduled. Randy called and could not make it for the match. And so William Thompson has volunteered to be back here as the partner of David Johnson. Okay, the coats are off. The bell is rung, and here we go.
Looks like it's going to be Brian Knobs starting against William the Freezer Thompson. Freezer comes in at 270 pounds, and that may be a couple of pounds light.
Yeah.
The Freezer finds himself whipped into the ropes by Brian Knobs of the Nasty Boys. Freezer, now there's an example of the weight. Freezer came off there so hard that as Knobs started to hit him, just the momentum that Thompson had, Knobs lost his balance. He recovered quickly, though, and the Nasty Boys retained control of the action here. Jerry Sag in after the tag.
And Knobs himself is a big guy. Both of them, Sag and Knobs, both very large gentlemen.
Exactly right.
Boy, the attitude on this Sag is...
Nasty is right. That's the word.
Really?
Nasty attitude is what he has.
Drilled William Thompson. Knobs zings him across the ring. Knee to the midsection.
There's a cover by Brian Knobs of the Nasty Boys. Tag has been made. David Johnson comes in. Poor David. David's given away at least 70 pounds to everybody in the ring.
Yeah, and Jerry Sag told Brian Knobs, talking about Thompson, they said, get him out of here, get the other guy in. They wanted to get to the smaller one.
Yeah, they're going to work on him right now. Jerry Sag has him back in the corner, whips across the way, into the turnbuckles, and Sag in there quickly. Jerry Sag has Johnson into the air. He makes the tag. He slams Johnson. Brian Knobs coming in from the corner, climbs the ropes. He's up on the middle one. Jerry Sag picking him up. And a flying close clothesline. There's a cover. This is probably it. Count is 2. Yeah, no way David was going to get out of that. 1:54. The Nasty Boys get the win.
Driving off the rope as he nailed him hard and get the win. And the Nasty Boys continue to be just that as they not only win it, they're beating, now kicking David Johnson out on the floor. Want to remind you that coming your way in August is going to be in many cities the Supertour 87. Here's kind of a recap of some of the action and people that will be there.
Championship Wrestling Supertour 87 is coming soon to these cities.
The heavyweight champion of the world, from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, 247 pounds. He is Kurt Hennig. Suplex, bridge by Hennig. It's all over.
Rocky Johnson, double drop kicks, fires back with a series of fists and
Approaching the ring at 250 pounds from Midland, Texas, the great Indian chief, Wahoo McDaniel, and his tag team partner, DJ Peterson. The referee
Has made a tremendous impact in the AWA. Rochester.
Oh! He tried to work the suplex. Now suddenly he himself is covered and almost out of it. He couldn't quite get Zukov up as high as he wanted him. And here we go. Here is the Sheik. In he comes. And this one is out of control. There's no two ways about it. As the ring bell is going to be wrong. Referee Jerry the Rooster is disqualifying everybody. DJ Peterson and Wahoo McDaniel both working on Sheik Adnan El Casey. And now up, out, and over goes Zukov. Unbelievable. Peterson throws Houston up out of the ring. And there is the Sheik. And I wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now.
I'm telling you,
Stevens.
look at there. They've already split the Sheik open. I've never seen anybody put a mark on the Sheik before. Look at the champions. The champions are laying out here. I cannot believe what Wahoo McDaniels and DJ Peterson have done to the World Tag Team Champions and also the Sheik.
And now the Sheik is left standing alone as his charges. Zukov and Ustinov are both outside of the ring. Zukov on his hands and knees. Was the AWA Rookie of the Year, 208 pounds. Welcome, Jeff Jarrett.
comes to the Coliseum in Evansville Wednesday night. That's right, the opportunity for the first time to see the great Supertour stars right there in Evansville. You'll be seeing the AWA World Heavyweight Champion.
The heavyweight champion of the world, from Evansville, Minnesota, 247 pounds. He is Kurt Hennig. Suplex, breaks by Hennig. It's all over.
Kurt Hennig defends against the King, Jerry Lawler.
You know, just like the Beatles said, it's been a long and winding road on the way to the World Heavyweight Championship. But this week, the journey comes to an end because right here in this city, I'm going to beat Kurt Hennig for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I want all my fans to be there and see it happen.
Supertour 87 will have the World Tag Champions Soldat Ustinov and Boris Zukov going against Chief Wahoo McDaniels and DJ Peterson. The AWA Southern Tag titles will be at stake when Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis defend against the team of Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond.
Hey, I tell you what, we're on one of the biggest cards ever signed, Supertour 87. You know what we got to do? We got to defend these belts against Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond.
Jeff, if we keep our belts, we might get a shot at the World Tag Team titles held by the Russians.
Be seeing the Australian Shootout with Bill Superstar Dundee and George Barnes. You'll be seeing Mitch Snow and Kevin Kelly, many other stars, all coming to you on the Supertour 87, Evansville Coliseum. Ticket prices $5, $7, and $10. Okay, we're waiting for the participants to get in for our six-man match. Rough and Ready coming in, and Keith Eric across the way, nobody. We're looking for Mark Starr, Alan West, and John Paul.
There they are.
Here they come.
This is going to be an expiration of time. Six-man tag team match. Got a ring full of them. Total weight of 630 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Eric, and from parts unknown, Rough and Ready, their manager boss winner. Total weight of 701 pounds. Introducing from Tampa, Florida, Mark Starr. From Zuma Beach, California, Alan West. And from Minneapolis, Minnesota, John Paul. This match will be to the expiration of time. Jerry Calhoun will try to keep them separated in there.
Good description of the referee's.
Here we go. It's Keith Eric starting against Zuma Beach's Alan West. West weighs in at 250 pounds. Keith Eric at considerably less. Keith with a shoulder butt off the ropes. Alan West on the mat, but Alan sets. This time he lets Keith go right under. Grabs him coming off the ropes and rolled him down to the mat. Keith Eric flying through the ring. Boss winner screaming down at ringside. He was pulling tight. He was pulling hair. He's complaining about anything he thinks the referee might listen to. The referee's trying to send him back to the neutral corner, to the corner of his team. Tag made, and this is Mark Starr, young guy out of Tampa, Florida. One of the better drop kicks is Mark Starr's. He got a count of 2 on Keith Eric, but couldn't make it stick for a 3 count. Eric quickly back over. And here comes Ruff of the Rough and Ready team. Boss winner said, you're going to see some action now. He's in there.
He saw it all
We're
right.
seeing action, but it's Mark Starr in control.
Boy, he took that old rolling arm lock and he slammed him into that mat. Tag on John Paul. We're running out of time, Dave. I think we got about 2 minutes before we got to slip out of this match in here. And John Paul working on Ruff.
You see the man grabbing the mask. You see that.
That's Boss Winter. You may be hearing at ringside. He's talking about mask grabbing and all of that. There's a cover for a count of 1. Shoulders were down. Alan West coming back in. He's the biggest man in the match. 250 pounds. There's a tag, and this is Ready of Rough and Ready. Yeah, we're ready, says Boss Winter. We got Ready in here. Yeah, he's ready. not to be body slammed, but to be thrown halfway across the ring. Not back up on his feet yet. Now he is, hanging close to the corner.
I'll referee myself if you don't do your job.
Time winding down here in this match. Expiration of time. This is one of those you'd like to have about 45 minutes for, but unfortunately we don't.
Minute to go, Dave, before we're going to have to get out of here. Yes, time is running out.
A little monkey flip out of the corner, and boy, did he fire him across the ring. He must have traveled 12 feet in the air at least. Power slam by Alan West. Tag made on Mark Starr.
Our time is just about up.
Wow, what a clothesline Starr hit him with. He's got a cover. He's got a 2 and a 3. He gets the win. Just beat the time limit. Mark Starr, Alan West, and John Paul get the victory in this expiration of time first fall. There their hands raised. 3 minutes, 15 seconds was the time.
We'll check the time out. Be back in just a moment. This is the kind of match where we like to have 45 minutes. I'm not certain that Rough and Ready and Keith Eric would have liked to have had 45 minutes. As a matter of fact, we are out of time officially for the match. And when the first ball is going to be the entire match in there. So not unexpectedly winning team.
The team of Starr West and John Paul there. The bigger team, they look very good together. Those great drop kicks by Mark Starr. Alan West, just the power, the upper body strength that he has. John Paul always looking good in the match. They defeat Keith Eric and Rough and Ready. 3:15 the time on the match. Quickly, let's tell who won the rest of the matches here today, and then something else that went on, too. Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka defeated William the Freezer Thompson, Ed Mattox. Rocky Johnson beat Rooster Cogburn. Rooster jumped him, and that was a mistake. 14 seconds later, Soulman walked out with a victory. Rocky wins it. Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis defeat Keith Robertson and Buddy James. It was the Nasty Boys defeating David Johnson and William the Freezer Thompson, who came back substitute when Randy Bryant was unable to be the partner for Keith Robertson in that match. But earlier in the day, we had a man who came out here as Brickhouse Brown and told us he was no longer Brickhouse Brown. He was the Prince of the Commission.
That's right. And the Commission being, in case you weren't here for that conversation, is an alliance of certain wrestlers and individuals in order to organize against the establishment, Eddie Marlin and everybody else that has titles and all of that sort of thing. So Prince Brown said he's got them all organized now. Tanaka and Diamond surprised me without any question right in the commission. Don Bass in the commission.
Don Bass is there.
Then Downtown Bruno comes out here saying, what happened, what happened, where? These are my guys, these are my guys. And he ended up shining shoes before it was all over with.
Yeah, you know, I kept wondering if Downtown Bruno would do that. I mean, I'm not a Downtown Bruno fan when he's out here running his mouth all the time and insulting us and insulting the fans and other folks. But still, I had to wonder what's in the back of Downtown Bruno's mind. We don't know that. But it was very interesting that he did say, yeah, I'll shine your shoes. I guess I'm either in or out. And at this point, he says, I'm in the commission.
And
so
I think
Bruno's
he probably
there.
would rather, my appraisal of it, he'd rather be in with an opportunity to think about how to get everybody out that he wants out of it than to be on the outside where he couldn't do anything. I got a feeling that maybe the Prince of the Commission hasn't heard the last of Downtown Bruno. Hey, we're out of time. Yeah, we got to go. We'll take time out and look for you next week. For that, until that time, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of...
Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside with an excellent crowd here today. And